How did you find the process of finding your 10?
I thought it was pretty damn hard, actually.
So welcome everybody to the Street Badass 10. This is episode 4, and I'd like to welcome special guest Wille Leidemar. How are you doing, Willie?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks very much for asking. Little backstory between Willie and I. I've known Willie for quite some time from Instagram, but we actually were able to meet up. How many times was it in London? Twice?
Twice in London, yeah. And once in Gothenburg.
And once in Gothenburg, that's right. And
Yeah.
Willie was one of the last 5 guys standing for the first Street Badass meetup.
Yeah, 5 guys in 5 guys.
That's right. All right, so Willie, can you tell me a little bit about the process of looking through the pictures? Did you find that to find your 10? Did you find that was difficult or easy? How did you find the process of finding your 10?
I thought it was pretty damn hard, actually. It's because you started out looking for like great shots, like photographic, perfect stuff or whatever, and something to. I think you go in with that mindset, but then you start understanding what you like yourself and what it is about taking photos you like yourself, and it's I mean these like bombastic great shots or whatever with the perfect light and with the maybe it doesn't really like matter that much to you. I mean, and that's why I found out a little bit about me.
Welcome. I appreciate you coming on. Let's go ahead and get your first picture up here, Willie.
Yeah.
Hey, so what can you tell us about this shot?
It's from Ulaanbaatar, the capital of Mongolia, and it's in a Buddhist temple, and I don't remember the name of the temple, but it's from a trip I did riding the Trans-Siberian Railway from Moscow to Beijing. And this is like the Mongolia stop on that trip. We spent a couple of days in the capital, a couple of days out in the wild, in a yurt. But this picture I took outside of like the main temple building, and I like it because I like it for many reasons. It's the colors, the light, and I quite like the composition of it with the paving, kind of creating double leading lines to the first little guy there, and and it's like a big contrast against all other things happening in the temple. For all the adult monks were like very quiet, and
these guys are having a great time right here.
Yeah, they're laughing and they're being kids basically. Probably gonna be monks later on, but or something like that. But now they're kids and having fun, and running and laughing.
Hey, so Willie, let me ask you real quick. How do you end up on a trip from Moscow to Beijing and the Trans-Siberian Railway? How did you figure that you'd do that? How does somebody do that?
It's a friend of Martin, my brother-in-law, had the idea and asked him, and I heard about it, and yeah, I said, let's do it. We were a few of us who booked it and did it, and it was a great experience, big adventure. Actually.
That sounds like an amazing. Hey, if you ever decide to do that again, please let me know if you want to have an American accomplice in your next adventure.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks very much. Great shot, by the way. Here we go for the next one. And
Yeah.
what can you tell us about this one, Willie?
Yeah, so this is the same trip, and this is This is the restaurant wagon on the train, and this is the Mongolian wagon. They had different. The train was the same, but they changed the restaurant wagon. You know, in every country, and they had personnel and food from first it was Russia, and then it was Mongolia, and last it was China. And this is like a memory from that, because it's the guy running the wagon, and he was like a character, and he didn't speak maybe 5 words English or something. And so when you bought something, he came with a calculator, and then he pressed in how much. And it was funny because if you buy a beer, and one day it was $5, and then you came back the same day or next day, and he could say it was $9, and it's like no way to discuss it. It's just like, yeah, right, just pay it. And
it's going to be that price, huh?
Yeah, it was a funny guy, and I like it because like it's a memory of that. You can see the calculator and the guy with the money in the back. He's a Swede, by the way, and yeah, it was quite funny.
Quite amazing woodwork they have there on that.
Yeah,
train
it's a really beautiful interior in that wagon. It was very much carved wood, and yeah, by far the most beautiful wagon on the trip.
All right, so here's a question I have about the picture here.
Yeah.
Which country had the best food out of the 3? Russia, Mongolia, or China?
I think for me, I'd say I actually say Mongolia, and I especially liked when we were living out in the wild in the yurt, and there was like this family there, and they cooked their 3 meal courses for us on like a stove in the middle of on open fire. It was amazing.
It had to be cool sleeping in a yurt too. Did you
Yeah,
ride any horses or anything like that out there, or did
yeah,
they drive you?
and they had
Yeah.
these jocks, these big cows. This,
Oh, like the big yaks, really?
yeah, yeah.
Ah,
They pulled wagons and stuff. It was cool.
amazing. Hey,
Yeah,
thanks very much for sharing that one. So
thank
let's go
you.
to the next one. So what can you tell
So
us about this one, Willie?
yeah, this is my daughter and our now late dog Lola.
Sorry to hear that.
Thank you. And it's an evening in the ocean side, Helsingborg. We're in the water actually. Light was fantastic, and yeah, my daughter is absolutely my most model. She's always up for it, and here we did something like artsy or something. I don't do much stuff like this, but this one I really like. I think it turned out really great with the line from the beach and the water and the light and their eyes and ears and stuff like that. So it's a favorite.
Very nice shot. And it's always good to have one of the kids who will allow you to take the pictures.
Yeah,
So
she's great like that.
thank you very much for sharing that.
Thank you.
So it looks like we have somebody chasing a bird. Tell us a little bit about this one, Willie.
Yeah. This is another one who's up for it. It's Martin, and this is quite fun because it's on a road trip in Scotland. We took, and I don't remember, but I think it's around Aberdeen, a bit up like in the Highlands. And we went to this place to see seals. And we actually did. I had never seen that many seals in one place at the same time, not before and not after. So it's very cool. And I got pictures of that, but this is the picture from that day and from that trip that I like the most. It's me and Martin goofing around. It's a fake bird, so it's it's a setup shot, but I think it turned out great, and the
Yeah, it
light was
did.
coming in right.
I like the blue sky
Yeah,
versus the long grass, and it
yeah,
does actually look like he's chasing a bird. If you look real close, you kind of figure out it's not a real bird, but it is
yeah,
pretty funny,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Well
But
done.
it's also something I don't do much, like setup shots or wait for shots, or yeah, I don't know, whatever. I don't think very much. So, but sometimes and you do it, and sometimes it turns out good, and sometimes you really like it. So
Well,
this one,
you never know, Willie.
no,
Maybe you should do
no.
more because that one's pretty cool, man.
Thank you.
Here we go. Let's go to the next one. So, what can you tell us about this one, Willie?
Yeah, this is again, this is my daughter, and obviously it's winter time, and it's one of those times. Always bring the camera. We were out for a walk, me and her, around home, and as I said, she always like poses for me, and whenever I want to shoot, like. Uh, but this, I like this because this is like it started to snow, and she started to like catching the flakes with the mouth, and yeah, just enjoying the moment. So this is actually a candid shot of that, and it's pretty rare that I get one of those of her. So that's one thing I like, and then I like that. I think the composition and yeah, everything worked out very good.
You know what I like? I like the snow. The
Yeah,
snow looks. There's something. The snow is kind of more than snow on there, and I don't
yeah,
know if was there a reason why you chose to do black and white instead of color? Because I
yeah. I
think that
think
the black and white makes it work. Honestly,
yeah, I think so too because I like it in color too, but it's you get that feeling from the black and white more with the snow, and you should I should have had some flash on it. Yeah,
no, it looks great just like this, man. It's a cool shot, and I think it's also one of those shots that there's like nostalgia. I get nostalgia from the shot because I grew up in Michigan,
yeah,
and we have snow just like that. It was interesting when I was in Gothenburg and hanging out with you guys. I kind of felt like I was back home in a weird way
yeah. That's
because
cool.
there's a lot of similarities between people from Michigan and people from Sweden, apparently. But
Yeah,
maybe it was just the weather, maybe it was the people, kind of similar. But I get this kind of vibe off this shot too.
yeah,
Great shot, man. Here we go. Here's the next one. Camper van.
yeah. Uh, yeah. This is another time. Just be prepared. Or we were me and Martin and Camilla. We were out. That's the missus right there. We were just had just parked the RV in a camping spot, and Martin put up the blind there, and they were supposed to sit down and have like, yeah, we're here, and but he forgot some clip or something on that, and I was had my camera and was ready to take like we're here shot, and then it went down, and I got it, so it's by accident, but
Action
I was
shot.
not, yeah. So it's this is not a setup. This is what happened, and I really like that. It's funny.
It's funny because of the fact that it falls, but it's also um, I like the orange outfit.
Yeah,
It looks great against the gray.
yeah. So
Nice camper van, by the way, man. Very
yeah,
nice.
thanks.
That looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah,
All right, thanks very much. Here we go to the next one.
yeah.
Very
Um,
cool.
Thanks. This is actually when I parked my car at my sister's. In the morning, we were gonna help her with some. We're gonna pour a slab for in one of her outhouses or something like that, and it was a very foggy morning. And as I parked my car, I saw this like arrow of golden light. The sun came up behind the clouds there, the mist, and thinking, oh, that would have looked great if somebody walked past. And then I saw somebody just came out, and I had my camera on the seat in my car, and I just grabbed it and quickly took a couple of shots and got this one where the person is dead center of it, and yeah, a lucky moment, and a picture I like very much.
I like the fact that it's kind of an arrow down here,
Yeah,
and then the difference in the color between here, the very
yeah,
top part, and the arrow part is pretty amazing. Plus the fact that you were able to catch it.
yeah.
It's a cool shot.
Thanks. A bit of
And
luck involved.
I was saying this in one of these other shows that we did. I said, the harder you work, the luckier you get.
Something like that, maybe.
So,
Yeah.
well done. Thanks for sharing. So tell me a little bit about this one.
Yeah. So this is from the first walk, Street Badass Walk in London, I think it was, where I met you. And it's I sometimes see like things like this and just act like on instinct or whatever. So you could say this is a hip shot of hips, but it's the color. What I saw the first was the color matching, and I took, I think, 3 shots like from the hip, but this one again, it's a bit of luck, but I think it lined up very, very good. The blue shorts with the white on just matches perfectly with the blue on the truck and the white, and then the yellow and the red, and she's got like white toenails, and yeah, I like these kind of like street shots where it's like layers, but it's what do you say? It's tight layers, and it's layers with color, stuff like that.
Was that
So
an ice cream truck?
yeah, it is.
Was that in what part of town was it? Was that at
It's
Color Bricks or whatever?
it's I don't know what you call it. It's by the Thames where we walk.
Oh, okay. So this was that ice cream. So yeah, I remember then. I think I was with you guys when you took this,
Yeah, I
right?
think you were there when I took it. So
And
yeah.
I think I took a picture of the guy that's in that ice cream van, maybe. But I
Yeah.
know where you're talking about. It's where you get up. There's like the stairs are right after this.
No, that was actually the last time.
Okay, so this is a different
He,
time.
he he bought us.
Never,
He
never
gave us
mind.
ice like that. Yeah.
Yeah, he
No,
gave
this
us ice
is
cream, man. Never
yeah. No,
mind.
this is further. I think this is on the other side actually of the river.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know what they say, Willie. The mind is the first thing to go. So
Don't tell me about
never mind me. Great
it.
shot.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Thank
sharing. Here
you.
we go. Okay, so what can you tell us about this
Yeah.
Skeletor?
It's a bass player.
He
Uh,
must be a pretty cool guy then.
yeah, he's a bass player in a pretty famous Swedish rock band called Bob Hund or Bob Dog or Bob Hound, uh, and they had a musical with their music, which I unfortunately I didn't go and see it, but this shot is from Gothenburg, and I've been on a walk with the Gothenburg Photo Collective there, and I left because I was driving home in the evening. The other guys were sitting in the Danish, and I left the Danish and I walked to my car, and I spotted him outside back of a theater having a smoke, and I just thought, shit, that's that's him, and I just walked up to her and said, can I take a photo, please? And he said, sure. I think he it turned out fabulous. He did. He looks so great with the
Very sweet.
expression and of course the costume and the makeup and everything. And it was really cool actually to get a shot like that from him.
I
But,
like the positioning of that wall too. The brick wall looks really cool behind him.
yeah, I think it turned out great. I think I took like 3 shots of this as well, but this is the one for me.
Hey, so you have a little bit of a history with music as well. So, and that ties into your name on Instagram. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, the name cul-de-sac is from I took it from we had a like a hardcore kind of rap scream thing where we were going for it and we were supposed to be stars. That didn't happen, but we had fun and
It's and you played bass as well in other
yeah,
bands, right?
I play bass and guitar and a little bit of piano and drums and yeah. So,
You play drums too?
a little bit, but bass is like my instrument. So that's
You
what
know,
I've been playing forever.
the interesting thing about bass is it's one of those things where you can get good enough to play bass in almost any band.
Yeah.
Not all, obviously, but you can get
No.
good enough in like 3, 4 months if you put in the time.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the cool thing. And then you can always get in a band if you're playing bass because nobody really wants to play bass.
Yeah.
But then it's kind of low stress when you're playing bass too, because
Yeah.
you've
Yeah.
got one string really to deal with at a time.
That's how you start out. Then you take over.
Then you sing, play
Yeah.
drums, everything like that. All right. Hey,
Yeah.
thanks very much for sharing that shot right there. Cool shot. And here's number 10.
Yeah.
So, and that's a selfie, as I can see.
Yeah. It is. So I don't know if it's, but a selfie is a photo, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And the this is like yeah, it's in Paris. Obviously, you see that it's the Sacre Coeur.
May we?
Yeah, mais oui. Uh, and we were out doing the sites and stuff, and we, as I said, we got to have a selfie here. So we did that, and I mean it's a selfie and it's looking pretty good, and yeah, and but we I took one and I didn't look at it. It's a GoPro on a stick, so it's like, and then we went to walked around, had some more looking around in this place and everything, and I didn't see the shot. And like I said, I took one, and then maybe a week after we got home, I pulled the memory card and put it in the computer, and I said, "What is this?" So that kid behind us, he like that's the perfect photo bomb because
I thought he was in your family.
yeah, it looks like that, and it's so great. And I think if one of the things that I like about it is if we've spotted him or took more, maybe it wouldn't mean that much because maybe if I spotted him directly, maybe I just delete that one, take another one. But I think it actually makes like the selfie so much better because it's like something fun happening in it, like something unexpected, something you didn't know, and
With the photo bomber.
yeah, and I think it's
That's
really cool
hilarious.
because if you look hard, the kid has one of these parental advisory T-shirts on I think it's really cool.
I like the fact that he's doing like this too.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
he knows
hilarious.
he knows it.
That's grateful. I know exactly where that is. It's a cool area of town right there.
Yeah, yeah, Paris is great.
Yeah, it's a fun place to shoot,
Yeah,
especially around there. Although sometimes people get kind of uptight in that
yeah,
area, like
yeah.
anywhere, I guess. Great shot. Thanks very much for sharing.
Thanks.
Let's get us back up on the screen here. Hey, so I appreciate you coming on, Willie,
Yeah.
and
Thank
talking
you
about
for
your
having me.
photography. And I look forward to seeing you soon. I don't know where that's going to be, but I'm sure that we'll meet up again. If
Yeah,
not,
sure.
hopefully before Gothenburg next year.
Yeah, I hope so too. But you're heading up for New
I'm
York
head,
soon.
I'm going to New York on Wednesday,
Yeah, cool.
so I'll be in New
That'll be
York.
fun.
Yeah, it's going to be great. We got the meetup in New York on the 22nd, Washington Square Park, and
Yeah,
then I'm going to go down from New York down to St. Pete, Florida, for
yeah,
Halloween.
yeah,
So that'll be good. One thing I did want to mention, and I don't know if I've told you this, that I think we're going to do it's looking like a meetup, Street Badass meetup in Istanbul.
cool, cool.
So keep that in mind because I know that you're a
Yeah,
world traveler. Maybe you can get
yeah,
Martin to come too. But we're
yeah.
looking at
I try.
Istanbul. I think it's going to be around Easter, around that time. I don't know if
Yeah,
it's going to be Easter Sunday, but somewhere around there, and we're looking forward to that as well. But anyway,
yeah,
appreciate you coming on, Willie,
yeah.
and
Thanks.
it's been great to talk to you again. Look forward to seeing you soon.
Yeah, same.